Welcome back to Snackcast, everybody.
One more episode with the new guy.
One more with the new guy.
This is it, though.
Dear leader's still traveling.
Yes.
Hopefully he's having a great time.
Having fun, I'm sure. Baseball on the road, time with the son.
Yeah.
You know, but
and it is, you know, I guess this will probably be published sometime after, but it is July 4th weekend. Mm-hmm. And the whole Stone Mountain thing, apparently it's like the #1 July 4th celebration in the country.
Really?
So I think they sell tickets.
Makes me nervous. Why does that make me nervous? There's a part of me that'd be like, I'll just stay home and watch the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting older.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And of course, flying. You know, you hear all the.
Oh, they drove.
Okay, that was a good start. At the very least, they drove.
So today, again, as my doctor told me.
Yes. Are you a calorie counter?
You know something I did.
Did you?
At one time in my life,
Keeping
and
those
it
numbers?
worked. And it worked.
Okay.
So
do you remember what you couldn't go over on a daily basis, a caloric intake per day?
It was near 2,000.
Okay.
It was I don't know if I just have a high metabolism or something, but I was able to do. I think it was like 1,900 or 2,100. It was either just below or just over, and it did result in weight loss.
Okay.
So this is kind of interesting.
Okay.
You know.
So, and it probably worked for a lot of people, even though we've been counting calories for a long time.
Long time.
In this chapter, Dr. Berry, he shows a map of the United States in 1995 and in 2005.
Fascinating.
And in each state in 95, the percentage of people who were considered obese was less than 20% in every state.
Every state.
And in 2005, after we really counted calories, every state had a population over 20. I think there was one. It was like Oklahoma or Colorado. Yeah, and it's like, okay, that speaks volumes. That's interesting data.
Oh, did you see 2017?
Not so good.
The map for 17.
Right. It looks like a climate change thing. It's like, oh, these used to be cool. Now they're all warm. It looks like one of those
all yellow
maps.
and red.
So here's the lie: a calorie is a calorie. All you have to do is count. So if you get 1 calorie from cake or 1 calorie from broccoli, the analogy he makes, that's all the same, right?
Right.
That's 1 calorie.
And he calls
the same
bullspit.
Yes. So that is basically what he has gone with in this book. And it's a great chapter. Actually, a calorie isn't just another calorie. So we should pay attention to where it's coming from.
Right. Yeah. And so this was a weird one for me because I did the calorie counting and it worked.
Had some success.
I'm reading what he's saying and it makes sense, right? So I guess maybe we should talk about how the calorie is actually calculated.
Right. And the burn rate, that's what I've always heard. Now, I've not been a calorie counter, but my weight has been of more interest to me lately than in the past. But, you know, the what we hear is this: burn calories.
Right.
We're burning. You got to burn more calories than you take. That's the formula, right?
Yep.
And that term burn seems very literal.
It is literal.
Put it in a furnace.
Back in the day, they crafted, and so I did the audiobook first. Okay. And I heard this and I didn't really connect the dots. In the book, there's actually a drawing, a demonstration of the little furnace that they used, and thermometers in it and heating coils and stirring things. And they literally would take food, put it in this thing, give it enough heat to burn,
Right.
and measure the heat output.
Right.
And that's how they label the calories.
Yes.
Now, really interesting process.
It seems logical.
But I don't know what it's got to do with the human body and the way we process
the
it.
enormously complicated digestive system, right?
Right.
He says your body doesn't absorb calories.
I wish I could.
Like this. Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Just
turn a dial. Give me just a second. I'm going to turn this up too.
Right. Right.
It doesn't work like that.
So yeah, I think the word he used was biochemically. We biochemically process the things we eat as opposed to a furnace, fire, heat, temperature. So I think he's on to something. I think there's definitely a correlation between birthday cake and broccoli or spinach, right?
Right.
They may have similar burn rates inside of a furnace, but the effect they have on the human body
quite a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's difficult to talk to your physician about many of these items, especially if you want to press someone, your doctor, he or she, you want data, you want to know that they're in the know. And he wrote a great quote about physicians itself. And basically it goes like this: doctors don't want to be nutritionists. They're experts on drugs and medical procedures. And it's like,
Medicate or operate, right?
Exactly. That is a great business model.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. That's a great business model. But they don't want to be nutritionists. So many times these conversations are just of not that much interest to them.
How many conversations have gone like this? Jerry, want you to lower your fat intake, lower your salt intake, lower your calories.
Where's my prescription?
All three are wrong. Oh, yeah, and take this pill. Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the critical part I left out. But yeah, it's, and we've talked about it in the prior snack casts and the prior chapters of this book that fat is actually a building block of the body. The last episode was salt, and now we're learning the way the body produces and how we are supposed to look at labels and measure.
Right.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's demoralizing in some way to step into a system that seems it's like a bad system.
And again, I do think it can work at some level. My biggest takeaway was really the birthday cake, the spinach or broccoli, whatever it was. Focus on whole foods. Yes. If you focus on whole foods, there's probably something there to count the calories. And
right.
But if you're going to try and get 2,000 calories of birthday cake and chocolate chip cookies, not only is your weight probably not going to move much, but your general health is not going to be.
Yeah, I only had the small burger, not the big burger. Why?
Yeah,
I stayed under my number.
Brain fog, right?
Right. Exactly. So, and he's got plenty of books on this one. You would really have to be a voracious reader to get through all of these.
Yeah,
one goes back to 72, though, just to say this information is really not
that
bad.
Atkins? Yeah.
But talk about
dude, what a
common
pioneer.
sense. I know, right? 72. Those are Nixon years. That goes way back. His is obviously the Dr. Atkins Diet Revolution. More recently, though, from 2016, the new Primal Blueprint, Reprogram Your Genes for Effortless Weight Loss, Vibrant Health, and Boundless Energy. That's from Mark Sisson. I think I said that right.
I followed him before. He did a Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Sharp dude.
I have seen the same episode, actually. And finally, it's Good Calories, Bad Calories, Fats, Carbs, and the Controversial Science of Diet and Health. That's Gary Taubes from 2008. But this is the one that probably, to me, seems more common sense than anything.
Right.
That the calorie from broccoli is a better calorie for your system
than
the calorie from cake. And it's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I mean,
regardless how a furnace treats.
He stopped at one point and said, "This is so stupid, I'm done talking." That's pretty much how we wrapped up this chapter, is that it's so dumb, but we still have to say it because, again, common knowledge is...
We're mandating it, right?
Yeah.
Menus now have to show calorie count.
Right.
And again, it might be a decent guide or benchmark, but is it...
It's not the end all be all.
No.
Yeah. So it's.
I love it when I go to. I won't name the Southwestern style restaurant that's named after a soup, but
just to narrow it down.
But I think there's one meal on their menu that's like 2,600 calories on one plate.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the waffle and chicken, and I don't even know.
It sure is good, though. Anyway.
So, delicious.
But the one takeaway, obviously, you don't have to read all these books. The one takeaway, Whole Foods is a great solution to get away from counting calories, which apparently doesn't seem to work.
Right.
Yeah. It's good stuff, though.
So that's all we got today, folks. Glad you tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
And the Dear Leader will be back on the next episode. But until then, stay moving.
Stay moving and see ya.